whole 5.
That sound, right between two notes that don't even exist on a piano, that's hole 5. It's the trickiest bend on the harmonica, and it's the one that breaks the most reeds. Today I'll show you how to get it without wrecking your harp.
We've had a look at holes 1 and 4 and 6, and now we come to hole 5. There are 4 types of note bending, which is draw bending, blow bending, overblow, overdraw. And we're on draw bending at the moment. So people have told me over the years, I've been teaching this thing that the way they learn best is it's not like a light switch. You kind of draw bend or you can't, or blow bend or you can't. You just gradually work towards. And the more you do it, the more harmonicas you use. If you can do hole 1 draw on many different harmonicas, that really informs your muscles on how to do the other bends. Then we start doing hole 4 on lots of different harmonicas, then that informs your muscles again on how to do it on other holes. So the more you do, and the more varieties of holes and harmonicas you get, the more experience you have. This just takes time and experience to figure it all out, but a bit of guidance is definitely helpful. So hole 5 is the least useful of the draw bends, the 6 draw bends. That's holes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. I think it is used, but it's not all that useful, and I'll tell you why. Because the notes that you can create when you bend, and remember the reasons we bend notes is to, our 10 holes here have 20 notes available, don't they? But we can increase that capacity to at least 40, more than 40 actually, by note bending. So we want to note bend to increase the capacity of notes that we've got, which means we can be more expressive and play more tunes, have more fun, and also it's cool and groovy, and that's what the harmonica does. And you listen to all these great players who bend notes and it sounds, holy smokes, it sounds good. I want to do that. So that's a lot of the reason a lot of people come into the harmonica, is because it's a blast. It sounds great and it's a blast. And the bending is a big thing that it does. It's like if you get a bicycle and you learn how to do a wheelie on it, you want to do nothing else, do you? You just want to go around wheeling around the place. You don't need it, but there it is. So the principle of bending is the same thing. It's a relationship between the blow reed and the draw reed. The draw reed is the higher of the 2 reeds on holes 1 to 6. So on hole 5, the draw reed is an F, the blow reed is an E. Now it's a much smaller gap than any of the other holes on 1 to 6. Those all have quite big gaps. Hole 5, if you look at the piano keyboard, you'll see that E and F are next to each other. There isn't a note between E and F on the piano keyboard. So it's the note between E and F that we're looking for. I don't think there's a name for it, is there? Perhaps you could tell me. Is there a name for it? E half sharp, F half flat. The note between E and F. But I can tell you what it sounds like. So there it is. It's a quarter tone bend, because the extreme is 1 half step or a semitone. That's the top and the bottom of it. Now it does slightly depend on how your harmonica is tuned, because F, just intonation, as opposed to equal temperament, those are the 2 extremes of tuning. If you've got just intonation, the F note, hole 5, can be tuned 25% flat to make the chords sound better. So if you've got a harmonica that has already got this flattened hole 5 draw, then you'll have a much smaller area to bend it in, and it becomes less and less worthwhile doing it. If you've got an equal temperament harmonica, then the F is quite bright, then you'll have a good amount of space to be able to bend it down in. So let me show you what it sounds like. Hole 5. And you'll hear it very often in blues as an expression thing. It comes in really flat there, intentionally. same thing on hole 2. So you'll hear it a lot. You may not know if it's bent or just the harmonica is tuned to that, but if you hear it going up, let's just try that on a few different harmonicas. Try on a G. Let's try it on a D. Let's try it on a B flat. So this one is tuned to equal temperament. So the 5 draw is really bright. You can tell from the eyebrows. That's the secret weapon of note bending. Did I tell you? Eyebrows. So the technique is kind of between hole 4 and hole 6. You're still breathing in, you're still letting the pitch go down, and you're still moving your tongue back. Yeah, something like that. It varies per harmonica, but we'll go back to the C harmonica. Nice bit of spittle in the spittle trap there. So you have to move the tongue very, very slowly with this one because you've got such a small margin to play with. Wow, wow, you're kind of chewing on it. Now, just a word of warning, don't go any lower than that halfway between the blow and the draw. There is a danger that you start damaging the reed if you push the reed too much. 5 draw is a note which often gets, the reeds get broken because people are trying to bend it down further than it can go. So shops are full of harmonicas with, my whole 5 is broken. Where's the guarantee? Well, it's an operator error, actually, but you don't know, do you, when you're starting out? So it depends if you want it to sound nice and sour and bluesy, or if you want it to sound bright. You know, if you were using it in a major key tune, you would want it to sound bright and chirpy. But if you're using it in a minor key or a bluesy way, you would want it to sound a little bit wretched. So there you go. That's hole 5 draw bending. It's the least used of all of them, but I think it's nice. I think it's worth learning.